Happening is K.A. the king of messiness. Yes, I'm back in here to talk to you about some shit real quick. Anyways, what's happening? So, we here to talk about this Kanye shit. I just got some quick thoughts. I sat through the hour and like 27 minutes of the shit. Hey, I gotta shout out DJ Akademiks, bro. Niggas was sitting here like that shit ain't coming out. We don't know. And hey, I don't know what happened. I seen the whole unedited one. We seen license plates and shit. You was saying the F word a lot. And we just here to discuss. Now, let's just get the elephant out of the room. I gotta give some kudos to Akademiks. I know people are just like, why the fuck you giving him credit as Akademiks? I know he's hated or whatever. But first of all, he pulled through with a Kanye West interview. As much as we want to sit here and hate on Kanye West shit, I was one of the people like, we should stop talking about him. He's kind of hard to stop talking about. We are the problem. He is the problem, but we also are the problem. He's just very captivating all the shit he does. And hey, from this interview, he says a lot of the shit he does is not strategic. He kind of lives in the moment or just feels away and he just does it. So, hey, we thinking this nigga's strategic. He's drumming all this up. Now, I will say, as he does some of this, he could also be lying because as he does some of these stuff, it just coincides with him working on a project and him dropping a project. So, I also be looking at him like, you could say it's not strategic as much as you want, but it kind of is because you be doing a little too much. But anyways, with that being said, right, basically, we're going to talk about it now. Again, back to me giving Akademiks kudos. He got the interview. It came out. We've seen it. It was what it was. So we got to give him kudos. As divisive as Kanye is, it was still like an interview you kind of had to go look at and see if you're interested. Now, if you just hate him with your whole being, then you'll probably stay away with it. But I was just like curious. I'm not gonna lie. And curiosity killed the cat. So I guess in GTA. So you know YouTube and their little trigger words, but yeah. So I guess in this case, I might be one of them. So honestly, this interview also made me understand why the fuck he went to go sit down with Andrew Tate. When he was talking about some red pill, blue pill stuff, I was like, I see the Andrew Tate community, you know, the manosphere, you know, fresh and fit, them type of dudes. So I'm like, okay, I kind of see it now. He talks about a lot of the topics, but I will say this. I don't care who you is, bro. If you're just a black person, the fact Kanye is like, I'm gonna go put that shit on. Nigga said, I wanted to do an interview in my black, you know, and I know I'm K.A. Like and subscribe, by the way. I know that. But remove the A and put 2 more K's. He said, I'm gonna go put on my black triple K uniform and do this interview. And this motherfucker came out. Now, Akademiks, bro, I don't know how you did it. Because the whole time I was watching this shit, I was like, Jesus Christ. Nigga. The fact he stood there with a straight face, I was like, raw. I seen a nigga come out with a pointy cone just.
Wherever you want. You can sit right here. Yeah.
I'm like, scared. I'm like, what? I don't know how that nigga had a straight face. Bro, if a nigga dead, I swear. I don't know how that nigga had a straight ass face. Nigga, me? No way. No, brother. Nigga shuffled out like he was a fucking minion in a backyard again. In this leather uniform. I was like, sir. I was like, sir, what is going on? I was perplexed. I was confused. Listen, it's not funny. Honestly, it's not funny. Especially, I don't care if it's black, white, whatever it is. It's still kind of disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. Also, the fact that towards the end of the interview, he gifted Akademiks like an all, like White Lives Matter crew neck. Insane. You can't make this shit up, bro. It's Kanye. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this stuff besides his look. So anyways, they stood up having this whole interview. There was conversating, and as short as the interview was, because he had to go catch his flight to Japan or whatever, we got some shit off. Now, of course, Akademiks asked us some questions. Kanye West, what's it called? He rambled on and he said some other stuff. He dropped the F-bomb a lot of times, which, hey, listen, he doing too much. And I did like Akademiks asking the question of you saying you're not making circular music before, you know, when he was making like the Christian albums and, you know, you didn't want to cuss, especially you got mad at Andre 3 Stacks for you don't want him to cuss on this song. What was it? Life of the Party. Great song, by the way. Great song. If you ever heard Life of the... That's the problem with Kanye. Kanye be dropping some good ass albums. That's the thing with that nigga, bro. He got some good albums, man. But anyways, great song that was. But anyways, so why are you doing all this stuff now? And Kanye is saying like, oh, I'm evil and stuff, like, not, which is redundant for him being a God-fearing man and preaching not preaching, but the Sunday service and all this shit. But like, just saying that, yeah, he works through me and I'm here. Also, like, y'all try to cancel me with the whole Lucian thing and comparing himself to Puff and why he likes Puff and stuff, and the whole Drake and Kendrick fiasco. He touched on bits and pieces of that as well, insinuating with more of kind of supporting Drake, even saying that Drake is 10 times better than Kendrick. And he even said like him and Drake, even though they're beefing, is like some family member type beef shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he said that Travis should produce for him and Drake should rap for him, which that's a whole nother discussion. If you didn't know, Kanye West had writers at this point. Well, big dog, I'm sorry, you slow. But basically saying like that's some familial, like, family members like you kind of fuck with, but you don't kind of fuck with at the same time. Basically saying like it was a ploy to give that to Kendrick to try to get Drake out of here, to try to get rid of him. But like, you can't cancel me, Lucian. If you send your agents or assassins or whatever have you, I'ma send them back to you beheaded. Like, he was saying some shit, like, and I was just like, and it's like one of those things where I kind of see, like, listen, as much as yes, Kendrick did body Drake musically, like, some of this shit, yeah, there's some hands in the back. There's some things, bigger things that I played in the regular public like myself is seeing. I can agree to that. But like I said, even though there's certain aspects of shit Kanye says that you could like, yeah, there's some sense there, or I kind of see where you're going down. It's like, nigga, a broken clock could be right twice a day, shit, 3, 4 times maybe, but even still, it's still a broken clock. There was just some shit I didn't agree with. Of course, the Jewish thing, him putting the swastika on the chain and wearing. I did kind of I agreed with that point. He's like, yeah, I'm wearing this. I put your pain on the chain and I'm wearing it. But y'all sign us as black people in the hood going through our trauma and shit, and y'all profit off our trauma and our pain and capitalize on it, and sign these artists that are in the streets and take out like big life insurance stuff on them and capitalize on our pain. But I'm doing that shit, and that's crazy. Now again, 2 completely different things. But I kind of get, I see where you coming a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I see it. I see where you coming. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad. Like, he was saying some shit. I'm like, I see where he was going. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, yeah, I know I fuck early Kanye music, but listen, I'm not a stan like that. But there's also some shit I didn't agree with. The kind of parenting with him and Kim. Yeah, that shit is whatever. I do find it crazy though that, yeah, collaborating with Playboi Carti, that he would say some skim shit on the, what's this album called? Music album, I Am Music album. Instead of reaching out to Kanye, who you have collabed with and y'all seem on good terms with, you reach out to Kim instead. Somehow Kim owns the kids' rights when it comes to like them performing and shit, which is insane. I don't know. Also, again, regardless of, I know Kanye be doing too much. Regardless, if I am Kim and my child is trying to get into the music industry, as crazy as that man is, like, that nigga knows a thing or two. Like, that's why I do kind of side with him a bit, because even though he does too much, and I don't agree with everything, if your child wants to get into the music, I mean, her dad has done it at a high level. Even as off as he is, he still does it at production-wise. As a high level. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. His thoughts on Kim are listen, I ain't gonna, hey, listen. Because they did something to that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. They did do something to that nigga. But he's doing a little too much. Regardless, that's your baby mama. You shouldn't disrespect her like that at the end of the day. I know you're married to Bianca, but even still, that was crazy. But again, I ain't gonna act like that family didn't do something to him. The fact bringing up Iggy after he dissed Iggy and talk about Playboi Carti's kid or whatever, saying like, she ain't gonna let their child Onyx near Kris Jenner, which is great. Listen, when niggas been saying this about Kris Jenner for years, so I'm just saying, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? More motherfuckers just confirming this shit at this point. What he said about Playboi Carti, I wouldn't be surprised that they have worked on a couple songs together and he decided not to put them on the album. And it does look slimy that you reach out to Kim to get North on the album, his child. Like, it's a little slimy, I ain't gonna lie. So I agree with him there. The whole other stuff about, the R. Kelly shit, I was just, The whole Diddy relationship, he's kind of like they're trying to cancel him with the corporations and stuff. He likens it to him with his things with Nike and Adidas and the other places he's worked at. People trying to cancel and get rid of him. He talked about people thinking he's crazy and they're trying to put him in a hospital and how that scares him. Like, he was hitting a lot of stuff. I still don't understand his hate for Virgil. Still don't get it. He kind of explained it, but I was like, I'm still perplexed and confused why he does. Not like Virgil, well, regardless. I'm saying how Travis Scott, you were supposed to be on that project or whatever have you. They did four songs together, and he took some of his cadences, his choruses, his flows, took him off the song, put Future and SZA on the song. So you telling me Kanye would have been on Telekinesis? And I love that song. That's my shit. Kanye would have been on Telekinesis. Listen, SZA did a thing on that. Listen, Travis, I ain't mad because we wouldn't have got there, so I ain't mad. But you know what I'm saying? It was just an interview. The fact mid-interview, just like, oh, hold on, Akademiks. Yeah, hello? Like, had a conversation, texting niggas. I'm like, it's sad. Bro, it's yay. At some point, it's fucking yay, and you just gotta. Now, see, I just don't understand when he says, like, some of this shit is not planned. Like, nigga, you plan to wear a druid costume. You were a druid. Like, you were, like, I just don't understand Kanye. I really. Yeah, I just don't know. But yeah, what? Like, really, and to the point that he had to leave, still kind of answered some questions. Ak was still talking to him. Kind of mentioned the girl that was his assistant who says that Kanye kind of SA'd her. Brought it up a little bit. Anyways, continued the interview in the elevator. Got outside, continued talking while I was getting his car ready. I was just like, big dog. Nigga, all I really gotta say, shout out Ak. You got some content. You gave us some content to talk about. That's really all I really gotta say. But yeah, it's yay. And the fact that we gonna run this back. What else you gotta say? There's more? I ain't gonna lie. I can't. And listen, I was behind Kanye with the whole Pete Davidson bullshit. I was there for my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Kim was playing in his face too much. But I ain't gonna listen. It gets more, as much as Kanye is an evil genius or a crazy genius, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I'm looking at shit as well. It's just, yeah. Also, he brought up Jay-Z. I forgot about it. Yeah, I really think he loved that nigga too. Like, he really thought Jay-Z was his family. It's one of them joints. I really think he thought that was his man's. He's always talking about how Rolling Loud and Live Nation and all this, that Jay-Z be doing some bullshit. Like, you know what? At least I got the unedited version. I got to experience that, and it was raw. It was what it was, and we heard it all. And you might not understand everything he's saying, but at least you kind of get a sense of what he's on. And that's really all I gotta say. But yeah, it's yay. Like, it's literally yay. That's really all I could say. I could explain it best. Like, it's Kanye at his finest. But what do y'all think? This is just quick thoughts. I'm probably gonna have other videos where I talk about certain aspects and certain things he said. But yeah, this is just quick thoughts off me just going through the hour. But anyways, what do y'all think about this? Comments down below, links in the description. Go check out the interview if you haven't checked it out yourself. Well, it's still available. I don't know why it's not on the Akademiks page, but I digress. Anyways, friendly neighborhood K.A. sign off for today. I'm gone. Shalom, Zoom, peace, y'all.